I want to salute you, homie, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty. Yeah!
This is what he said. I thought it was hot. I didn't think Back to Back was a diss record that people thought he had killed me. Let's give Meek Mill some credit. He actually acknowledged a record, which was pretty much shot for shot at Meek, was hard. He acknowledged that. A lot of dudes would have never acknowledged that. That's how you know it ain't no real bad blood between Meek and Drake. Meek tweeted what he tweeted out. Drake handed him 2 diss records. Pow, pow. All right? I'll give Meek a lot of respect for saying that was a hard record. He could have easily dismissed the record and been like, that shit was corny. He understood that it was a big pop record. Meek's whole thing was that I don't feel like anything in the record was really that hard to me. I ain't think niggas in the streets would be like, this nigga really ended me. That was Meek's whole thing. It's one thing if Drake made a record that was hard, was top 10 or whatever. He thought street dudes turned their back. Rappers turned their back. That's what kind of upsetted Drake in the whole back-to-back conversation. Still on back-to-back. When we shoot at niggas, we shoot at their heart. Meek was pretty much saying, look, it was some little small shots in the beef, but to me, Tupac and Biggie died for this. That's what Meek said. Those little shots that Drake was throwing at me, I don't look in the mirror and look at myself differently over those shots. They were just little small stabs. To me, he didn't make me feel like when I look in the mirror, I'm ashamed of the person that I'm looking at. So that's his opinion on the whole record. All right? Still acknowledge it was hard, but didn't think it was something that would end his career or have niggas thinking his career's over. And also, the big controversial thing, remember in the back-to-back era over a year and a half ago, pretty much was when people were like, okay, Drake dropped Charged Up. Meek, are you going to respond? Okay, Drake dropped back-to-back. Meek, you need to respond. Well, Meek was like this. I really don't record on tour. I always move on my time. Meek, what was going on under the rug was that Meek was on tour with Nicki Minaj and Ray Shrummet and Dej Loaf. And he was like, look, I can't get to a tour. We're on tour. I don't record on buses. We don't got whole studios on buses. I need to get to a city where I can record. So people will sleep on that. But at the same time, I'm not giving the Meek I'm not letting him out of that. I'm not letting him out of that because if you knew all that, don't diss this man. Don't get on. If you can't record while you on tour, don't get on Twitter tweeting about another man. Just like how Meek, I'm gonna get to how Meek was saying the game and Beanie Siegel tried to destroy him. You tried to destroy Drake's career. At the same time, Meek, how you keep getting mad at Meek, you get mad at Beanie and Game for trying to destroy your career. You tried to do the same thing to Drake. You came for that man's credibility. That's what I don't understand about that. You did the exact same thing to Drake. You at least tried to destroy that man's credibility. And at least Beans and Game did it in music. You did it on social media. Well, Game did it in music. Bean took to interviews. You did it on social media the corniest way. It couldn't even come out your mouth. You did it through tweets. So that's cornier to me than what Beans did to you or Game did, all right? One thing that comes out of what him and Drake had or have or whatever, Meek Mill said this, and I think this is the most important thing to take away from the back-to-back record, the whole Drake Meek Mill fiasco. Meek said, me and Drake could squash our beef. It ain't never get real. Ain't no lives get taken. Beef is when lives get taken. Meek was like, look, Drake ain't really, do nothing to me. He ain't do nothing offensive to me. We good. If me and him see each other down the line, we could squash it. It's nothing personal. Now, Meek really didn't say that about Beans and Game. I don't think he thinks that he could squash what he got with them, especially Beanie. I don't know. I don't think for a fact he couldn't squash what he had with Beans. I don't think with Game, but maybe. And he says he could squash what he has with Drake, period. But see, if I'm Drake, I don't know if I want to squash it with you. You came for me. You tried to ruin my credibility. And now if I'm Meek, Drake kind of took it a step too far for me from Meek's end. I can't believe he said that. Happy he said that from a man standpoint. But I can't believe he said that since Drake went in Philly and started talking noise. That's just my opinion on the whole Meek and Drake situation. Before I get into Beans, I want to cover this game situation again, how we got into the Beanie Siegel situation. Hey, first and foremost, I want to thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would love if you watch other videos while you're on my YouTube channel. Now, while you're here, people ask me all the time, how can you support Mr. Telefaro? Well, if you want to support me in my future endeavors, the first thing I want you to do is subscribe to my channel. If you subscribe to my channel, you get all my content first. Your subscribe goes a long way. I get to understand my demographics, understand who supported me, who got something out this video. So first things first, a subscribe will go a long ways. Next, if you really rock with me, donate $1 to my GoFundMe. I have a GoFundMe link in the description. If you really want to support me, just $1. Showing me $1 and some good wishes will go a long way. If you want to support me and you want to help me with my travels, I got a lot of things coming up, but I got to get them travel fees there. I got to find a way to get there. So that can help me financially if you really want to go there. Also, a word of encouragement. Thank you. Whatever it is, talk to me in my comment box below. Comment on this video, like, subscribe, do whatever you got to do this video. I got to thank you for your time. I don't take it for granted. My name is Mr. Telefaro. Now, if you subscribe, help, donate, do whatever, you can see more videos like this, more new exclusive content. I got a lot on the way. Trust me. Thank you. It's Mr. Telefaro.com.